Boniface putting in an excellent performance for Werder Bremen, coming up with an assist for Justin Jima. The question I've been asking, the question I'm sure you would have been asking as well, is how do we get the best out of Victor Boniface? How does Eric Chelle get the best out of Victor Boniface? Now, for me, I think the answer is pretty simple, but I think sometimes people make football overly complicated, really complicated for no reason, right? So this is this is it. Victor Boniface isn't a Victor Osimhen. He isn't an Erling Haaland. He isn't one of those strikers that you just play as a lone striker and just have him go, right? He is a striker, he is a forward rather, that plays well when he plays off of other players, i.e. having a 10, a central attacking midfielder close to him, or having a big striker next to him, or having another striker playing off of him. That's when he is at his absolute best. Like I said, he isn't like a Victor James Osimhen that you're expecting to play the ball there. He's going to be powerful. He's going to fight down the defender. He's going to pin down the defender. He's going to be super aggressive with the defender, and he's going to score goals. That is not the way he operates. And that's a mistake I think a lot of Nigerian fans have made. And that's a mistake I think, more importantly, Eric Chelle has made. He kind of felt like he would be a prototypical number 9 that you just play in the place of Victor Osimhen and he would shine. No, I don't think that's the case. When I look at Victor Boniface, it just reminds me of the fact that strikers come in different shades and in different sizes. You know, Filippo Inzaghi used to be the guy that would play on the shoulder of the last defender, being offside or getting into offside positions 10 times out of 12, but on the 2 occasions when he's on side, he would convert it and score goals. You know, he had Aguero, stocky but very quick, very good turn, good finishing. Erling Haaland, you know, good in the air, quick. He had R9 that had everything. wasn't particularly good in the air, wasn't super excellent with his head, but got pace, had power, can shoot with either foot. You know, so you have different sort of strikers, different sort of forwards, and Victor Boniface is a player that is very technically good, technically sound on the ball. You know, he has a very good feel for the game, but he's not the one you want to make a lone striker go and do it yourself. You need to have players in and around him, because he likes dropping into the pockets, dropping into the channels, you know, or left channel, right channel, and you know, sometimes dropping deep, and that's how they assist for Justin Jima's goal, which incidentally is a Nigerian eligible player, right, who has expressed interest in playing for Nigeria, but that's a discussion for another day, right? That's how the assist came about, because he dropped deep a bit into the pocket, and Justin Jima made the forward runs, and he dropped the pass to him, and good goal. He got the assist. Justin Jima scored the goal. And now, when you look at Nigeria, you say, okay, how do we fit him in Nigeria? It's quite simple, right? You have the likes of Victor Osimhen already. Even before I go on to talk about other striking options, you have Victor Osimhen. You know, he would hurry, he would hustle, he would run down. He's got pace. You know, he would get him behind headers and all. But while he's battling off these defenders, you should have what's his face? You should have a forward like a Victor Boniface that the ball can bounce off of and go on to. So for instance, in that game versus South Africa, that was a game that was tailor-made for a Victor Boniface, especially pairing him up with a Tola Arokodare. So once the ball comes off Arokodare, the ball will drop onto him. You know, the ball will drop onto him, and then he will score. Or he could drop deep, get the ball, and then lay a pass in for Arokodare. And you know, he is a powerful player in his own regard, but it's just that you don't want him to be that lone striker that bomb forward. So you have it to Arokodare and Victor Boniface. That would be a very good pairing for Nigeria. The same thing if you have a Victor Osimhen and a Boniface, that would be the same thing as well. But playing him alongside Desas, I think it's a bit hit or miss, because I think with Desas, he would have to be the big striker that is powerful, that will have to be holding off defenders. And I think despite the fact that he can do that, but I think when he does that, it takes away from his game. So I see Victor Boniface as that guy that plays as a support striker, in and around a main striker, or if he has a 10 close to him that he can play off of, that he can dovetail with, then he gets to have a very, very good game. Especially like you remember when Florian Wirtz was still at Bayer Leverkusen. You saw how they dovetail, saw how they play together. Frimpong would come close as well, and that's how he got 14 goals and 12 assists. When was the last time you heard a striker getting 12 assists? When? So he's a special player, but it's just for Eric Chelle to use him properly. And I don't want to hear this talk about my philosophy, my way of football. We want to see our best players being played and used rightly, and see what they can achieve and see what they can do. So at this point, we've come to the end of the video. I want to know what your thoughts and opinions are on Victor Boniface, how he can be used for Nigerian Super Eagles. What do you think about that? And then as well, we'll be having later on today a live update, not so much a watch along, but a live update of the UEFA Champions League games as they go on. I'll be giving you updates about the game, and we'll be talking about other football related topics on that program later on today. So join me on that one as well. But at this point, I've come to the end of this video, and I'll see you on yet another video. Stay well, stay blessed. Bye bye.